play after another. These two are just leveling up.
No, you're right, Cameron. The level of play is really, really high right now. And we see the tweener king with the ATP.
Christian Alshon here. What we're doing today and what I've done in the past is I rewatch a pickleball match that I have played and I commentate on it. Basically a post-match analysis is what I call them. Last episode, I watched the finals of PPA Denver, and that was myself versus Ben Johns. If you haven't watched that one, you can check it out. It's in the link below. It was a tough match, you know. I didn't win it. Spoiler alert. Honestly, we learn more from our losses than we do from our wins, but I just want to say thank you all for your comments on that Ben Johns match. You guys left a lot of pretty in-depth comments. I asked you guys like, hey, what did you think of the match at the end of it? And you guys did not disappoint. I've read through every single one of them. Sorry if I don't respond to them. I'll give them a thumbs up or a like, but just want to say I do appreciate your guys' thoughts and opinions, and I read them. I probably shouldn't read all the comments I get on social media, but I do anyway, or most of them at least. There was a comment on that video that really stood out to me, and I forget what the comment used as an example, but he was like, some former pro tennis player would call this match like a dud. I mean, like there's nothing to learn from it. Like you just forget about it and move on. It wasn't the best match to watch and learn from because it wasn't really a battle. It was more one-sided, and it was hard to kind of like really dive into like the one little thing or the little things that would have worked, because there were a lot of big things that you needed to change. And usually matches are won by little things, not big things. Anyway, moving on from a match we lost, I'm going to watch the semifinals of PPA Denver, and if you've been listening so far, you know I win this match. So I'm happy to watch this one. I much rather watch matches I win. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
To play Mr. Ben Johns on Championship Sunday.
Side out.
And we saw a lot of this from Jaume, not
brought
necessarily the
him to the net there.
Shifting
Hold
to
up.
find the forehand, even at the kitchen line.
Yeah, he has the quick foot speed and the lateral movement to be.
You know, you got to go for your serve, but missing like the first serve of a match is, it's just, you can't do that. See, like just like that.
May not need a forehand if he's got a backhand like
that. I would have made the serve.
The backhand up the line was really working for him in his last match against Connor Garnett.
I returned that middle and he still found a way to get around me, so good job by Jaume. Ooh, that was a close return. I think he played it. All right, you give one, you get one.
Utilize his length up at the kitchen line. He's 6'2". He jokes with shoes on.
Yes, I am 6'2" with shoes. Without shoes, 6'1½".
Side out.
It's almost like he baits you into it.
Yeah, also trying to drop and move forward. Just floated his drop just a little bit there, and you're always going to.
Yeah, you know, I think I reached a little bit for that second shot, just to go back.
Yeah, also trying.
Sorry, I know we just started, but I'm gonna go back. I hit that high. Yeah. I hit it too high. However, even though if you hit a bad shot, you can still recover from it. So I kind of reached for the next one, you know, instead of a split step, I needed one more step to be a little bit more in front of that ball. In pickleball, you really don't want to hit balls behind you. Like you just don't.
Oh. I'm still stuck on the ability of Jaume to stop mid-move.
I had a shot there that I should have put away, and I kind of just gave it to him.
Yeah,
lucky enough, I ended up with that point.
Slow the ball down, even when he's got a lot of forward movement, that is really uncanny, and that's the style I think that he's going to need to use in this match, because Alshon, with his length and athleticism, is very tough to cleanly pass.
If you guys don't know, that that ATP right there was on SportsCenter Top 10. It's like my third or fourth time being on SportsCenter for somebody, for my opponent hitting a good shot against me. I've been on a couple times myself, so. Great shot. Great drop. Woo.
Oh, and parried it off.
Woo-hoo.
Tit for tat.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, little anything you can do, I can do better. You got a forehand one. I'm going to up the stakes and do
this
it. This
shot was not on SportsCenter top 10. It's all good. All right, solid return, and we're on the board.
1-1.
Oh my gosh.
Side out.
Christian Alshon taking about 4 stutter steps back to try and
You know, there's something about a start of a match that just makes me want to hit a forehand, which I've noticed. I've noticed this just by watching myself, not even from playing. But it's always like the first shot. It's like I got to get that first backhand out of the way. And once I get that first backhand out of the way, I'm good.
Like that?
But until then, I'll run around my backhand. So hey, if you play me, hit to my backhand right away, force me to hit it. It'll be a win-win because, you know, you may win the point, but my backhand will get better. So, yeah.
Side out.
Great volley.
I think all three of us, myself, my other self, and Jaume, all say yep on that shot.
Full stretch that takes a lot of strength, a lot of body control to be able to execute shots like that.
Point.
And tagging the line, Christian Alshon.
Yeah, I think that skinned the line. You know, that's interesting. I hit it slow, high to his backhand. You know, Ben would like really use a lot of wrist on that shot and put it away. But for a pickleball beginner, both Jaume and myself are pretty much beginners.
Side out.
It's really hard to put those high backhands away. He should have like waited a second and hit 2 hands, I think.
Picking up the
That last point, I don't know what happened.
D3 went undefeated in singles.
Point.
Let's look at this.
NCAA title for D3 went undefeated in singles.
Okay, that's an interesting shot. He's done that twice now.
And Jaume is getting a little love from the stands right now. He was also a collegiate tennis player out of Hawaii Pacific University. Was an All-American there.
Go Sharks.
Go Sharks.
3-2.
I've learned.
Hey, see? You're catching on. We spend a lot of hours together, don't we, Kyle? Again, I'm so impressed with some of these touch volleys of Christian Alshon being able to drop like that.
Yeah, and we're seeing more of the singles guys add that kind of drop volley into their games. As
you know, that shot, it's just a risky shot where you drop the ball because when you're slicing a ball, like Jaume just tried to do it, when you're slicing a ball, your margins to hit it go down. Because if I just go like here, imagine if there's a ball coming right here, and I go like here, I'm going to hit it in the middle of my paddle and clean almost 100%. But if I go here, I got to hit that perfect right in the middle. So
plays that inside out forehand drop. He often follows behind
it's a good shot right there, you know. That's why you shouldn't return to my backhand. Don't return to my backhand, guys. He tries returning to my forehand.
Point.
He's not ready for it to go behind him. So that's a shot that I'm trying to work on that if you'll watch the Ben Johns match, the recent one, I comment a lot on that, is being able to hit my forehand cross court. Right there, I let the forehand stay up, so if Jaume would have split step a little bit better, he could have put that away. Yeah, he kind of just popped that up for me.
To Alshon's game right now at the kitchen line, very in control.
Yeah, and that's what stands out to me when I watch him play is of the elite movers, and I put him in that category. He seems to just have longer strides, where he's able to cover the court so much more efficiently and effortlessly, it seems, than a lot of other people.
Well, and right now it looks like he's not trying.
Question: would you build a website for a major brand with more than 200 million users?
They're commenting, the commentators are commenting on my movement right now and being able to cover a lot of court with not a lot of steps efficiently. And
doubling down on the backhand side.
Thank you, thank you.
One thing I'd like to see Martinez try here is a lot of times when you play players,
I'm lucky enough to where I'm a taller-ish, and I can cover a lot of the court and not a lot of steps. And you know,
sometimes you have a better
All of
chance
these
playing
movements are
first
super familiar to
volley
me
to make them hit a
from
backhand.
tennis.
So
Let's look back at this
to
shot
move
because
forward first
I do this a little
here.
too often. So the problem there
Sometimes you have a
is
better
the ball was
chance playing
coming
that
into
first
my body
volley
towards
to make
my
them hit a
left backhand
So,
side.
mixing
And it's
up
fine
the
if it's like
location will be
middle,
important for
just
him,
going straight,
in
but it was
this match.
coming towards my backhand side. So trying to hit a forehand and get around that is not the smartest shot, but I know I trust myself a lot with that forehand. So it's definitely finding a good balance.
Side out.
Jaume, you can't miss that return, my guy.
Side out off the miss.
I mean, you
serve.
can't miss that serve.
8-3.
Missing the serve is just so...
Point.
And the return. You know, I mentioned this
Everything
last video.
going in favor of
The
Christian
altitude
Alshon.
in
9-3.
Denver is brutal. It's brutal, and the ball just flies. Let's watch this point.
Side out.
And with favor of Christian Alshon.
9-3. Side out.
And with the slop side.
Let's look at this.
shot.
So I'm trying to think.
9-3.
If you know, sometimes you just miss shots, but this forehand, I was a little high. I was a little tall. Standing.
Side out.
And with the slop side.
All right, I was looking at my
scores.
legs. Now I'm gonna look at my hands and my paddle. Look at my hands and paddle. Yeah, so in tennis,
And with the slop
you have
side
to like
score,
come
it's
around and
honestly
hit
quite
forehands.
not that
Versus in
shocking,
pickleball there,
because
I don't
I
have
think that
time to do
scores
this, and I
versus
don't need to
Connor
do this because
Garnett.
I'm not like trying to
They were
generate
lopsided
anything.
going
So I
into
just got to
game
bring
two.
it back
Yeah,
and
singles,
go
once one
forward.
person gets
I gotta
hot,
I gotta
it's
clean
very
up my
tough to
stroke a
slow
little
them
bit.
down.
Side out.
Oftentimes, the only way you slow them down
But
is
it's good-
going on a run
good that I'm watching
yourself
this, man,
when
so-
you have the ball.
Christian Alshon calling that ball deep.
9-3.
That's a good shot. Gotta get that drop lower. Whew.
Quick to move and slow to strike. Christian Alshon.
That was a good
is playing
point.
Patient points right now.
Yeah, well, when he decides to move forward, his closing ability is second to none.
10-3.
Even if he wasn't totally balanced like there, it still gets in the vision of your opponent and can disrupt the volley.
I thought he was going to go for the ATP.
That shot was out. I don't know why I played
He
it.
had some options. I'm surprised a tweener wasn't chosen.
Fair point. Fair point.
Yeah, me too. Did I not hit a single tweener in this match? I am a
3-10.
disgrace. To the actually, I'm not sure. I can't remember. I may have hit one.
Jaume on the
Side
full
out.
move before that ball is even contacted.
Yeah, he wanted to give Alshon a tight window for that volley, and Alshon executed perfectly.
10-3.
I got a little lucky. I think I hit the line. I couldn't see how close it was. Christian,
Side out.
don't miss the serve.
3-10.
That's what I'm talking about.
Creating that much more
The
angle.
loose
Christian
wrist on
Alshon.
that high backhand, it helps a
Yeah, he
lot.
got a ton of bite on that back.
Not a ton of players can do that really well.
At his shoulder height
And
there,
I'm
that was
one of
pretty
them.
impressive.
And then
Ball out
win the
of
game off a
bounds
missed
and
return.
Number one to the 7th
Can't feel
seed,
good.
Christian Alshon, 11-3.
This is my, I think,
game one to Christian Alshon.
Third or fourth semifinal.
Side out.
And first serve out of
I
bounds.
missed both my first. The first serve of both of these games I missed. See, that's
Open stance on the serve for Jaume.
you got to go for the serve, but you got to.
A
Oh,
little stomp to get him there through the transition.
Yeah, and a little misdirection with that kind of backhand slice up the
that was
line. Pulled
crafty
Alshon
by
just enough
Jaume.
and got him outstretched.
Good return, good shot.
Point.
Talk about
I was not
stretching
expecting
somebody.
that.
Alshon looking like Gumby
I think
right
he
now.
got around it well enough. Held
Held
his paddle at the end there, and then just came inside in last minute.
Those quick lateral steps.
Speaking of
Side
making
out.
forehands, Christian
Let's look at that. I think I could have came in off of this backhand. Yeah, I hit a good deep backhand. Decided to stay back and just watch
Speaking
it.
of making
That's something that
forehands,
pickleball,
Christian Alshon.
I don't know, pickleball players, that's something I do a lot is I hit a shot and I just watch it. I'm just like, oh, is that going to be a good shot? Try not to do that. try not to watch your shot and just hit it, and
semifinals this year.
You're going to be able to anticipate whether the shot's going to be good, just
this is a huge
the way it comes off the paddle.
But importantly,
that was a nice point. That was a nice point.
This year in men's pro singles, that came back in Atlanta.
That's a shot right there
individual wins against all
that I'm working on too. It's crazy how many shots I'm working on, but it's just when the ball's low on the back end. Yeah. Goodbye, Jaume. When the ball's low on the back end, you got to really be able to loosen your grip. It's crazy. You got to loosen your grip, because if your grip is tight on that shot, you won't be able to reach as far at the net. You're going to be restricted. Whereas if it's loose, you're going to gain a few inches.
Side out.
Trying to find a little
kept that low for him.
In the mid-court.
Yeah, we mentioned he's got very soft hands moving forward, but you still do need to stop. His feet were still pitter-pattering through contact on that one. Makes it much more difficult.
Yeah. Just a drop volley, and it ended up being pretty good. Yeah. I thought, so the thing is, yeah, look at that. I kept my drive low. See?
That's close.
He hit a good shot. Too good. Just like that. He hit a drive low, but I hit a good shot.
Some of the contacts for Martinez Vich that are just
off-balance lob. He shouldn't have gone for it.
And that's simply it. Kind of those half volleys are just so impressive in terms of the amount of control he has.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it starts with the feet. He's got exceptional lateral movement to where he's very rarely off-balance.
Volleys are just so impressive in terms of the amount of control.
These are shots that you can't. This foreign.
He's got exceptional lateral movement to where he's.
I'm focusing on my own shots a lot. However, I'm focusing on my opponents too. But
this level of singles.
Sorry, I was talking.
He's got exceptional lateral movement.
I'm leaning back on that return for no reason.
Which is very hard to do.
The ball is
at this level of singles.
2 feet away from me. It's 2 steps away. I should not be off balance. Yeah.
There's that lateral
it's good to return cross court just in general, because it throws off your opponent. Because if you go down the line every time, they're going to anticipate it. And even if they have like a bad backhand, then they're ready for the backhand. They're like, it's going to help them, or they can just run around it. So keep them honest with going cross court on the serve.
It's really the strategy element.
Going cross court on the return.
It's a lot like poker. Playing your opponent, or you play your opponent more than yourself.
Yeah, I would certainly agree with him to a large extent.
Hooking it.
Yeah, had the open court, maybe just went for a little bit too much.
I think that's one of those shots where it's just too much of a backswing.
Punching to the corner in front of you.
Martinez Vich.
Timeout receiver, 4-1.
A nice shot.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't have a ton of control on that winner, to be honest.
He's looking to keep that going.
Right now with a nice little
I didn't hit a great return, and I still won the point. You know, just make the guy play. Martinez,
final action.
He was reaching down. He didn't get under the ball. A lot of things wrong there.
Or excuse me, in quarterfinal action with Jaume Castillo.
That's a shot my guy needs a lot. Is that low backhand flick. He's going to be a lethal player once he figures that out. Woo, not if he just does that. Tweener. Oh!
Oh, the tweener into the tape.
The ball, I remember that. Okay, all right, I did hit a tweener.
Time for the tweener there. I'm not sure if it was fully needed, but it would have looked pretty darn cool if he would have converted. That's for sure.
It would have looked pretty cool. The ball died. It just died because I hit it and I hit the tip of the paddle. And then, see, I miss a return. See, that's the problem. Somebody told this to me recently, and I've noticed it. It's like, sometimes when I hit tweeners, the next point is just a freebie, because now I'm thinking about the tweener, and yep. It's all good.
It's so wild to watch these kind of cat and mouse as you get up to the kitchen line. If you have ever played or tried to just stand at the kitchen and play the full length head-to-head with an opponent, oftentimes you're warming up dinking as an amateur line to line or cross court to cross court. Try for once to play the entirety of the kitchen by yourself. You will be out of breath within the first 3 contacts.
Oh.
At least that's the case for me.
Yeah, no.
That's a shot right there that
people that train for singles
By yourself.
Ben and Federico Staksrud do really well. So they're able to.
Try for once to play the entirety
I don't like
of the
hitting
kitchen by
balls
yourself.
down the line, but I think you really need
within
to.
The first 3 contacts.
So I needed a better. There's a few things. I mean, I could have
specifically, you know, the people that train for singles,
either
those cat
taken a
mouse
step
games,
back,
they
gotten
go
behind
to
it,
right
taken it out of the
away.
air,
You're
or
on
simply
the
just
stretch
made the
constantly.
shot.
There's an anticipation element, so it's definitely its own.
No, shouldn't worry
mention
too
the
much about that one.
amount of leg burners that you have.
Oh, I almost fell.
There it is for Jaume.
I just got to keep that down. Great point by him. He had a good drop.
Yeah, that's a huge point for Jaume. All set up with that beautiful two-handed backhand roll on the stretch. He saw that he hit it well, moved in, and eventually put the point away.
Like a showman right now.
Ooh. Yeah, that's the shot where when I get nervous, I hold the paddle a little tight, and I hit that like a slice cross court, like a slice of volley cross court. Weird shot. Loosen that grip, Christian. If you're gonna go cross court, don't go cross court like this. Go cross court like this. It's all on the wrist, guys. Pickleball is a lot of wrist. If you didn't know. All right, I think we're good. 7-2. Maybe missed that serve, but that's fine. That's the shot. That's the shot. You know, if he gives me time and it's too low, if he gives me,
to take away.
it's just keeping a loose wrist. Because if I have a tight wrist, it's not going to end well. Ooh, all right, let's watch that. I think that's the first two-handed backhand I've hit all game, which is crazy. All match. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I got low. That's the key on a two-handed backhand is you got to get low because you have less reach. Yeah, I got low. I turned well. Everything wasn't a bad shot. I think I came a little bit up on it rather than going through it. What I'm working on right now on my two-handed backhand is getting low and positioning because sometimes I'll let it get too close into my body.
Clipping the edge, Jaume.
Wow, what a shot. I couldn't see it, but
mixing up third shot drives and drops, keeping Alshon just guessing.
I mean, I think he must have skinned the line there. Good by him. Kept him honest with the cross-court return. He was probably anticipating the down-the-line return, so.
Today talked about the good side versus the bad side, and it's been interesting. Things have maybe shifted and changed as the day has gone on, as wind has increased. But so far, we might have wins on that near side for both of these athletes.
Point.
Quick flick from Alshon.
That's the shot.
Yeah, and again, his closing speed of seeming like he's at the baseline and just taking a couple of steps and all of a sudden being in your vision.
Just staying calm. Staying calm. I remember in this match telling myself, like, hey, man, just stay calm, relax, nothing you can do. And to be honest, like I had been playing pickleball all day. I mean, I probably had a long break before this match, but you know, I've been playing all day, so I was warm. I knew what I was doing. I just beaten Federico Staksrud. It was a great win. First time I'd ever beaten him. Played him about 5 times or so. Look, next thing you know, 5-8, I'm back in it. And I'm going for that return.
Point.
Oh, watch out as he is now within 2.
It's crazy how quick the points can just
change.
Change. Like, he has a 6-point lead. You think that's a lot. Next thing you know,
and one more.
7-8. And I have a lot of similar points, as you'll see, as I get the drive low and he pops it up and I close in. If I'm not closing in, that ball is bouncing and he's got time to like get back into it. So the key that I'm seeing here, oh, that's so not the smartest shot.
12-4 forehand, one backhand for Christian Alshon.
Yeah, it was a good shot.
Forehand, if at all possible, Cameron. That is the strategy.
There's the one backhand in the rally.
And to be fair, the one he had to hit, he showed some great touch and set himself up for the finish on the next ball.
There's no doubt about it. He has a backhand. He just has so much touch and ability on that forehand side. We've seen this so much in the game of singles.
Yeah, they're commenting on the backhand forehand. I would much rather hit a... That wasn't a bad backhand.
With a response.
I think it's just predictable.
Stop a 5-point
I think that's why I got to work on my two-handed backhand.
Point here for Jaume.
He just knew it. He just knew it was going down the line. Let's rewatch that.
We've seen this so much in the game of singles.
Good shot there. I kept it low. Let's see when he starts moving.
So much touch and ability on that forehand side. We've seen this so much in the game of singles.
Yeah, he's already moving there, but to be fair, he was way off to the other side. So what I would have needed to do was take that backhand like way earlier, because I think I hit it as it was on its descent. Descend, I would have had to hit it on its ascend. Ascent. No, yeah.
Side out.
Alshon with another chance to extend and take the lead.
All right, let's see what happens here.
8-8.
3 points.
Side out.
There's been a good amount of serves, missed serves
Challenge it.
off of Alshon.
Referee time.
Why am I missing that many?
Out call. Excuse me, you are correct.
I wanted to challenge you, so you can challenge in pickleball, but the thing is you can only challenge if you have timeouts remaining. I knew that I had no timeouts remaining because I took one, I was down 4-1, I believe. So if you have no timeouts remaining, you cannot take a timeout. So.
No challenge is possible for Christian.
Jaume was like, hey, can I give him one? Which is a respectable move, and you can't do that. They wouldn't. They said he couldn't. Ooh, great shot.
I was gonna say a couple fantastic plays through the middle of that round.
Tight point. That was a big point. 8-8. 8-8. Any point at 8-8 is a big point.
Reset balls moving forward that fast and just unable to convert the finish.
9-8 can be 10-8 so easily, especially if you get that 1 point. Let's go. What reach?
And he's able to get away with giving up that much court to the forehand side because he can close that gap so quickly with his speed and with those longer steps.
Yeah, I think that's the key is I hit that inside in.
Just
you know, at this point in the match, I'm really hitting the shots that I trust, and I trust my forehand a lot. It's not that I don't trust my backhand, it's just I've only had a two-handed backhand for not a long time, so... I had a one-handed backhand in tennis my entire tennis career, starting at like 9. I switched when I was 9. So to switch back to a two-hander, to switch to a two-hander, it's been a hard journey because I never used my left hand in life. Yeah.
Just over the top of the head. This is time.
Let's see what happened there, because this is a big point. You know, your first game point, anything can happen. I don't think it was a bad choice to go forehand up the line as it had been working, but his ball got a little low, so I just hit it up. I would have really had to like hit a good shot to get that low. Since his return was short, I should have dropped it. That's a great shot. What does he do on that backhand? No, I think he really, instead of using his arm, he uses his hips. Yeah, look at his legs.
Stop letting that ball right down at the feet of Alshon as he was.
I'm realizing that a backhand like. Yeah, he's got really good rotation in his hips as he hits that backhand. I've been working on that in the gym as well, working on strengthening the hips along with mobility. And yeah, man, I'm training like I'm a pro athlete. It's funny.
Really needing to get over the hump in this match.
Pressure has been applied.
Big match. He just saved one match point. Saving one match point, it's a good feeling. Woo. Oh, and he got it back. I saw that on the highlight reels after. That was a crazy.
The play is really, really high right now, and we see the tweener king with the ATP.
That's
another side out for Christian.
all right. Another match point. Match point number 2. Can I do it? Oh, short return. Oh, that was coming to me. That shot was coming to me.
Definitely a sorry, not sorry situation. No. Down, match point there.
I'm getting like nervous right now watching this. I'm like, oh, what's gonna happen? It was really late, so there weren't a lot of people here, unfortunately. I think.
He had the
Jaume had that. He had a shot that he was just too ready for that. He was too ready for that he swung too early. Wow. It's crazy when you rewatch a match. I've been on the other side of this a ton, but you rewatch a match and you're like, wow, if this would have gone different, match could have been so different. Oh, I missed that wide. Great drop by him. So I got the ball low, which is what I should have done my first match point. I mean, hindsight 2020. But I got that low, and he must have got over the net by like an inch.
It doesn't even look like he's phased.
Well, again, I think because he is very comfortable dealing with pressure and playing on big stages, he's able to trust his shot selection even in big moments.
I don't know.
Jaume continues to look.
I don't know who they're talking about, but I don't. Oh no, he didn't. Christian, watch his two-handed backhand down the line. Like, come on. Like, why am I not covering?
With that two-handed
I should be covering mostly down the line. If he passes me cross court, too good.
With pretty good consistency.
It's the first thing I noticed watching this. It's crazy, but like you say that, and then when you're in the moment, you're like, oh, I gotta cover everything.
Third shot still to the backhand.
That was a good shot.
This time it's well read.
The thing is, you got to remember in pickleball is it's like, you know, I say, oh, he always goes down the line. Like, people go down the line in pickleball singles. It's just how pickleball singles goes. The main shots you're gonna hit are down the line because it's hard to get the ball to drop low. You can't hit spin on it. So if you want to get it low, going cross court, it's got to go right through the middle of the net. Because if it goes anything farther over the net, it's not a drive, it's a drop.
Finding the backside again.
Loose wrist, good job. But what I'm trying to say before is it's like, imagine I'm trying to hit a,
all the way over to his left leg.
I'll make a really quick, let's see if I can do this.
Set himself up for moving forward.
So 11-10 for Christian Alshon. Could this be the one to send him?
Here, I'll watch this point and then show you.
Good serve is correct. Christian Alshon will make his championship.
I just missed that, but I think I won off of a missed return. That's crazy. That's crazy cool. But what I'm trying to say is, I'm the guy. If you hit it down the line, yeah, you can hit it hard, and it has a lot of space to go right here. If you hit it cross court, it has a lot of space to land.